You know how the fuck we coming in. Hey, hey, this a message to Mars, baby, I will try and get out the slums. I love to make you smile, you know you the bomb. Remember nights you made it melt out of crimes. Yeah, you want the best for me, I know that. I want the best for you, I'm trying to show that. I'm stacking this cake for you, I need to play for you. It's anything for you, you know that. It's a message to Mars, baby, I will try and get out the slums. I love to make you smile, you know you the bomb. Remember nights you made it melt out of crimes. Yeah, you want the best for me, I know that. I want the best for you, I'm trying to show that. I'm stacking this cake for you, I need to play for you. It's anything for you, you know that. Yeah, it's anything for you, you know that. But I'm getting older, think you need to know that.
Welcome. I just want to thank you for coming into this channel, and today we're going to be talking about something extremely important. Therapy. Let's talk about therapy. This is a strength. I want you to know that the one thing you could take away from this video is that choosing therapy is a strength. Because if you choose therapy, you are choosing to yourself. You are choosing to better yourself. You are making the choice and a commitment to yourself. That is why therapy is so important. And it's not a weakness at all. And it doesn't leave way for people to pick and choose and think about and make up all these situations about you. Oh, she's crazy. Oh, she's out of her mind. He's crazy. Da, da, da. No. Therapy is a strength. Going to therapy is a very courageous choice. And being in an atmosphere where you are choosing to be for yourself, all about yourself, divulging and speaking about deep, intimate details and vulnerabilities, childhood traumas, heartbreaks, whatever you need to go to therapy for. That is a choice that a person makes in order to better themselves. And I'm here to tell you today, because probably if nobody else will, guess what? I will tell you that is a choice that you make out of strength. Very far from a weakness. Very, very, very far from a weakness. Next. Very far from a weakness. Very, very, very far from a weakness. Therapy is a strength. Here we are. Now I want you guys to think about therapy in terms of another form of healthcare. I want you to consider your hygiene. In seeking therapy, well, let's think about the everyday tasks that you do to maintain hygiene. You may brush your teeth. You may brush your hair. You need to be taking a shower every day, washing your private areas, grooming your. We even extend hygiene to our animals. Grooming your animals, grooming your cat, grooming your dog. They naturally groom themselves to keep up with their hygiene. To me, therapy is another form of healthcare, and I would even consider it emotional hygiene. So if you are in a situation where you need to go ahead and talk to a therapy, not once but twice a week, that is emotional hygiene. That is something that you are doing to make sure that you are at a level of emotional intelligence as well as emotional competence, that you could go through this world and give your best, put your best foot forward, and also live life with joy and peace and harmony in your heart. That is what therapy is. And I know when we talk about therapy, the last thing we do is think of it in terms of healthcare. We may think about all the stigmas and all of those things that may come and kind of belittle the experience of getting therapy, and we're going to get into that. But I want you to know that hygiene is super, super important. Think about it. Have you ever been with someone that didn't brush their teeth? Look at that. That is a tooth, baby. Have you ever been around somebody who did not brush their teeth? Now, this is an example of the type of tooth that you will want to have in your mouth. All 36, or is it 26? I thought it was 36, whatever. All 36 teeth, you want them clean, spotless, squeaky, white, pearly white. Have you ever been around somebody who did not brush their teeth, who did not floss their teeth, who do not brush their teeth at all? You could see the cavity in their mouth. You can see the you can smell the bad breath. You can see what cavities, or maybe the wisdom tooth is falling out, girl. I don't know. But I just want to compare that to emotional hygiene, going to therapy, speaking about your feelings. This tooth right here seems like it gets brushed every single day, right? And a person who is whole, that's someone who has spent time in therapy to recover from their childhood traumas. And if they didn't have a traumatic childhood, to recover from a serious heartbreak or deal with the anything that life, the daily woes of life, the things that you need to be guided and navigated through when it comes to this life shit. You know what I'm saying? So that is what this tooth represents. This tooth clearly gets brushed every single day. This tooth clearly gets flossed. This tooth is flawless. Now, think in terms of your mental health. You want your mental health to be as flawless as this tooth. Now, and that is attainable through what? Therapy. Here we have our man. We're going to call him Charles. We got Brother Charles up here. He brushes teeth every single day. Yes, he do. Brother Charles brushed them teeth every single day because that's what's expected of him as a grown man. Now, would you stop brushing your teeth if somebody called you weak? Think about that, because that is the real reason why a lot of people do not go to therapy, because they are afraid of looking weak. Would you stop brushing your teeth if people called you weak? Look at Charles. Brother Charles. We got Brother Charles up here. Look at him. Look at that beard. Look at that nice smile. Brother Charles looking good. Would you live with the pains of a cavity because of what others think of you? A lot of people do not go to therapy because they don't want to seem like they can't control their own life, that they can't solve their problems on their own. Look at Brother Charles. Brother Charles go to the dentist. He gonna get that cavity checked out. Brother Charles gonna do what he need to do, okay? He gonna get his teeth fixed. Okay, he's going to go get that emotional competence, okay? He's going to go get that emotional care. That's what Brother Charles is going to do. What would you do if you were Brother Charles and you needed to get would you brush your teeth every night? In other words, would you see a therapist? Would you seek a therapist? Would you seek mental health care? Would you see a therapist? Would you? I want to know. And today we're going to be dismantling all of the negative aspects that comes with seeing a therapist. I want you to know, and I can't say this and voice this enough, seeing a therapist is just another version of hygiene. It is what adults do, okay? Just like you brush your teeth every morning, just like you wash your hair when it needs to be washed, just like you wash your body when it needs to be washed, hopefully every day, just like you buy new clothes so they can fit your body properly. Brother Charles brushed his teeth, and guess what else Brother Charles does? He sees his therapist every week. He sees his therapist every Sunday. He goes speak to his therapist in person, and their session is 1 hour and 30 minutes a day. He told me. I don't lie. I don't make stuff up. Not like that. That's too serious. Come on now. But yeah, Brother Charles, he takes care of himself, and he takes care of those good old pearly whites, baby. He sees his dentist. Let's see. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. But look, I want you to see this. This is what a tooth looks like if it does not get treatment. Now, imagine what your emotional well-being looks like if it does not get any treatment. You see that right there? Oh, you see the yellow at the top? That's a little cavity, baby. You see the brown on the side? That's a little cavity, baby. I don't know if y'all... Okay, so at one point in my life, I did not floss because I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But when I began to floss and get down in the middle of my teeth, I would find chunks of food in my teeth. And that's what that chunk of dirt is right there. Some of y'all got 4-month-old steaks sitting in the back of your mouth, okay? Just like you have the pains of that first heartbreak sitting in the back of your head. Whenever you go to sleep, the first thing you think about is the person who disappointed you the most. Whenever you start to panic or get afraid, you think about the worst moment in your life where you either feared for your life or you felt a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. Sometimes you find yourself just reacting and not responding. And it's because you have teeth in your mouth that look like this. It's because you need to see a therapist. You need to seek help. And there's nothing nothing wrong with seeking help. And there's nothing wrong with even being delayed about yours and getting there a little later than everybody else. But what I do think is wrong is if you're the type of person to tell others that they're weak for getting help. That is absolutely wrong. That's not right. Because, and I want to say something real powerful to y'all. The person who says you're weak, this what they do. They sit back and they do this. But they got a mouthful of rotten teeth calling you weak. Ew, he's so weak. He went to a dentist. Oh, I could never. Last year, I pulled out my own wisdom tooth with a jackhammer. I don't need a dentist to solve my problems. Like a lot of you are saying, you don't need a therapist or a psychologist or a psychiatrist to solve yours. I've met people who have been through the most foul things: sexual harassment, pedophilia, being a victim of a pedophile, going through things so foul in their life, and they have the audacity to say they good. They solved that problem on their own. And it is really, I have nothing but empathy for those people, because it's really sad to see them sit back with a mouthful of rotten teeth. and not to mention, homegirl right here got an infection. Because how you pull your wisdom tooth out with a jackhammer? Girl, you got an infection. You probably finna die real soon, by the way. What is it, rabies? You can get rabies like that, girl. Stop it. But you sitting back and you talking about Brother Charles for going to see a dentist. For he ate too much candy, girl, and he got hurt in this world, because that's what this world will do to you. It will hurt you. So he went to go seek help and get an expert opinion. My brother Charles went to go get a dentist, baby. And you sitting there talking about you pulled out your own teeth with a jackhammer, and you think he's weak? Oh no. But guess what? Sorry, I just realized they had cups in their hand. And it made me think of that girl who's like, you're drinking piss. You think you got the tea on me? You're drinking piss. And that's what Brother Charles got to say. And not only are you drinking piss, baby girl, you have a mouthful of rotten teeth. You have your own trauma that you have not conquered. You have the things that you have been through in your life that you have not gotten through. Oh, shit. Sorry. You have the things that you have been through in your life that you have not gotten through. You have the memories that you can't shake. You have the images that can't get out of your head. That's what you have going on. Yet you could sit aside and call somebody else weak. So guess what Brother Charles did? He X'd that out, because he knows the most important relationship and opinion that matters on this planet is his. It don't matter what anybody got to say about Brother Charles. In other words, he don't give a fuck, period, because his teeth looking good. He got the pearly whites. So on to our next point. You will be able to see things extremely clear if you get therapy. More often than not, if you do not seek therapy, you'll be seeing things from a perspective of pain. And that's what that last slide was about. You will be able to see things as they are, operating from logic and facts. Okay, this one is near and dear and really personal for me, because before I started to get help, I was experiencing a lot of cognitive distortion. And we'll get into that topic later on another video. But what that basically means is my core belief system, and you can go ahead and watch the video that I recently uploaded about core beliefs. I had a core belief that I was unlovable. So I would see other people's actions. It could be something as simple as, oh, yeah, this week, my homegirl didn't call me to check on me. Oh, this bitch don't love me. And it would even get deeper. It would be like, I guess I'm not worth the call. It would be like, I guess I done deserve being checked up on. She know I'm struggling, and she ain't gonna call me and check up on me. Damn, I guess I'm not worth it. And I would still hang around them people. But when you go to therapy, start seeking treatment, you will get different tools, coping mechanisms. You will get different tools to understand. You will broaden your vocabulary. You will be able to see things as they are, operating from logic and facts rather than feelings and assumptions. That's what I would do in the past. I will operate from what I feel, and from what I feel, I would make assumptions that were not logistical, that were not factual, but they felt accurate. So therefore, I would live my life from a place of feeling. And we're going to connect that into, sometimes you can get so distracted by the way you feel, and you can have so much cognitive distortion that you will barricade yourself in your home for months and months and months and years, and you look up, guess what? You're missing out on the world. You're missing out on the universe. You're missing out of all the glory and the beauty that God has for you to see. You'll be missing out on all of that. All of it.
Okay, gonna be. I don't want to hear myself. Yeah. This to all the mothers out there. You know how the fuck we coming in. Hey. This a message to moms, baby, I always try and get out the slums. I love to make you smile, you know you the bomb. Remember nights you made it melt out of crimes. Yeah, you want the best for me, I know that. I want the best for you, I'm trying to show that. I'm stacking this cake for you, I need to play for you. It's anything for you, you know that. It's a message to moms, baby, I always try and get out the slums. I love to make you smile, you know you the bomb. Remember nights you made it melt out of crimes. Yeah, you want the best for me, I know that. I want the best for you, I'm trying to show that. I'm stacking this cake for you, I need to play for you. It's anything for you, you know that. Yeah, it's anything for you, you know that. But I'm getting older, think you need to know that. Yeah, I'm still your baby, but I ain't no baby no more. And I made a song to let you know that. Got you going crazy thinking about me daily, but I'm going crazy thinking about you too. Yeah, I dove in it.
So sorry about that. In my last video, in the previous clip, I forgot to mention that I made a quick little quiz for you. So first of all, what I want to do is go ahead and just stress that I can't stress enough how important I believe therapy is. And we'll get into a lot of stuff regarding therapy later. But I just want to start off by saying, there's something playing in the background and it's like criminal. Sorry. But that's just me, your girl. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. This is a little ghetto. Bear with me, bitch. Bear with me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. That was just me getting ready for this video, okay? Because I got something cooking for y'all. So I just want to talk about how serious I believe therapy is. We all may have developed our own natural coping mechanisms as well as defense mechanisms. But just to say that is what has kept you going for so long does not mean that is quote unquote the right way, or that's what you should continue to do in order to live your life. I can show you a better way, baby, and it's therapy, and I'm gonna be here for you every step of the way. So first we're gonna zoom in because it's not given I could see. I created this quiz. The purpose of this quiz is for you to figure out whether or not, you know what, just another incentive, another push to get you into some therapy. It's titled, Why Should I Go to Therapy? Greetings, Earthlings! I have created my own worksheet that will help you decide if therapy is a must, which it is. When taking this worksheet, please be sure to answer all the questions openly and honestly. Disclaimer, back in the day, I would take little quizzes like this. For example, my personality type, I don't like it. I don't like my personality type because it's rare. I don't like my personality type because it's different from everyone else's. And I have a personality type that is hard to understand. So what I would do is go take the personality test and deliberately answer the questions in a way that I would get the personality type that I wanted, which was like the creator or something. I'm a mediator, girl. Mediator, whatever. It's hard, okay? It's hard being this way. No one really gets me, whatever. But anyways, I just want to say, disclaimer, please don't do that on this quiz, because it's pretty much gonna fuck up and defeat the purpose. It's gonna be like, why'd you take the quiz anyway? Like, you know what I mean? So you don't have to show these results to anyone. I'll automatically get them, but you don't really need to show these results to anyone. And yeah, just try your best to be as sorry, losing my train of thought, but I'm just asking you to please try your best to be as honest and open as possible, because regardless of the results of the quiz, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So for me, regardless of me not wanting to be an INFTP, I am still an INFTP, and if you are a person who are into personality traits, you would be able to point that out on me a mile away, regardless of how I try to take this quiz, you know what I'm saying? So don't make that mistake. Don't put your pride up and be like, oh, I could finesse this quiz. I know I'm smart enough. Da-da-da. But no, this is something that's going to be fun. And I'm only going to go through about 4 questions because I want you to be surprised when you go into this quiz, okay? And period. Let me keep moving. Put your pride aside and allow yourself to experience an open and honest moment. This is something I would encourage you to do in the privacy of your own home. Do this alone. Preferably run yourself a hot bath with some bubbles. If you can't do all that, girl, go on a walk one-on-one by yourself and take this quiz by yourself. That will allow you to be as honest as you possibly can. Oh my God! My brother. Anyways, that will allow you to be as honest as you possibly can. Woo! I forgot what my brother just threw me off. Put your pride aside and allow yourself to experience an open and honest moment. If you've never had a very vulnerable moment with yourself, and I know a lot of people who haven't had this type of moment with themselves, it's okay, but let this be the time for you. So if you're maybe right now is not the best time, set this quiz aside. I'm going to put the link in the bio, obviously. Set this aside for a time where you can really go through and take this, have this intimate, vulnerable moment, open and honest moment with yourself. Get to know yourself on another level, period. Be sure to review Be sure to review the score after the quiz. Any scores lower than 100%, I would advise you to seek therapy. But there's a catch. To everyone that scores 100%, I would advise you to seek therapy. You know why? Because there are only benefits of going to therapy. If you find you a therapist that you vibe with, you trust, that understands you, that's good to you, there's nothing but benefits. There's no negatives in going to therapy. Trust and believe that. Now, the first question is, what is your name? Oh, damn. I'm gonna edit it before I put it up there. Well, let me go ahead and do it now. Edit it now. Girl, I'm so irritated. How you ain't gonna put what is your name? What is your block? Girl, I'm gonna just edit this part out because I didn't. First question is, okay, well, let me do this again. First question we have here is going to be, what is your name and favorite hobby? So the reason why I asked this question because I really, it took me a long time to find out my hobby. I'm 24 years old, and I literally just recently learned that I'm actually really good at painting and creating art. And now that is currently my biggest hobby, writing poetry, creating art, posting videos, being a creative. That's my hobby. So my name is Joy West, as you all know. And I'm going to just say painting because, and poetry. How do you react in a crisis? How do you react to crisis situations? I'm thinking of my brother. I need to call him. Let me just at least text him, y'all. Well, girl, he gotta wait. I don't react. I just sit there and be normal. I smoke me a couple J's. Then I do what I need to do. I behave rationally by processing and accepting the current situation, and I work to find a solution. I panic. I start sweating and overthinking my body. I panic. I'm sorry, I can't stay serious. I panic. I start sweating and overthinking. My body starts to do things that I cannot control. I'll be honest. Now, I'm going to answer these questions through perspective. Well, I just realized it says other. Why does it say other? Well, honestly, that's fine. Okay, I'll be honest. Before I start seeking therapy, this one was me. I would literally, the amount of panic attacks. I also have panic disorder and anxiety, generalized anxiety. So that's 2 fucking symptoms. Diagnosis of panic that I possess. Anyways, this was me. Girl, I don't care what it was. It's giving panic. It's giving faint. It's giving hyperventilate. It's giving lose my mind. It's giving start shaking. It's giving crying uncontrollably. That was me. So, yeah, I really understand. I tried to like reenact, each person, I believe, each, you know what I'm saying, whatever. How do you handle conflict with others? I will smack the dog shit out of all these bitches. And I'm always ready for more violence. Period. This one reminds me of my cousin. I ignore the problems that others have with me. That's their problem. Period. I immediately apologize and promise not to do it again. That used to be me. I have an honest conversation with others. I set strong and healthy boundaries that protects me and the op. Girl, well, I'm just going by what I do, so the fuck. How often do you cry or display emotions? And I think that's as far as I'll go. But what we'll do is hit submit, view score. Oh, wow, look. Wow, look at that. Wow, what's my score? 0 out of 100. Girl, that just hating off me. They hating off me, period. But if you think that this quiz will be helpful for you, please let me know in the comment section. Feel free to DM me, whatever you want to do, girl. I'm always open, you know what I'm saying? But I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it helps you in some type of way. If you feel like this video wasn't exactly helpful for you, but you do know somebody in your personal life that you think that this video would help, but also give them a little laugh and an incentive to seek therapy, go ahead and share my content. And it really has nothing to do with me wanting to get a bigger platform. Of course I do, but I really think that God ordained me to give this message, and I hope that someone receives it. So share this video if you think that it would help anybody, literally coworker, friends, family member, a random dog you saw in a park, bitch, I don't know. The line, you know who should get this therapy sheet? What the fuck his name is? Arambe. Oh, I know they killed him. I was going to say the ape that dragged that little boy because he has anger issues, but God forgive me, I forgot that he was passed away. Lord, rest his soul. Amen. But if you like this content, go ahead and stick around. Bye.
1200.